All right, let's turn attention now to Europe. Vladimir Putin has led Russia's Victory Day commemorations with a parade in Red Square, World War II. But it is also coming amid his war with Ukraine. What do you make of that?
Well, it goes to show, if I'm to draw a line between the two events, it goes to show that Russia is heavily invested in fighting Nazism, which our forefathers of Russia, the ancestors, so who are many of them are not alive, but a few of them are still alive, who fought against Nazism so that we can enjoy the freedom which we enjoy all around the world, not only in Russia, to be able to relate freely, to speak our languages, not just maybe German, maybe to speak English, French, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, to that belief that all humans were created equal, and defeat against all ideas of fascism. That is that is the commonality among the two events. But there are some other very important things that you can also draw from this event. Like you rightly said, there were over 20 international leaders. It goes to show that Russia is not isolated. On the contrary, Russia has a lot of close friends and allies who share similar values and hold this victory very dear. By the way, Russia doesn't call it a military, which the Russians have complained about both on a national and international level. I think that this event, bringing a lot of world leaders together, is an avenue not only to celebrate the Victory Day, which is called in the Great Patriotic War, as it's called in Russia, but it's also an avenue for dialogue, cooperation, negotiation, especially for things that may have been deadlocked in the past. Like I said, the Soviet Union lost 24 million. It's also coming at the time when the U.S. President Trump says U.S. played the most definitive role, but we know the U.S. lost just 500,000, which is not comparable to the Soviet Union in any way, shape, or form.
Well, the Soviet Union was a conglomerate of so many countries, so that was it. But let's also talk about the speech made by President Putin. He said Russians are still in support or behind him in terms of the war and the invasion of Ukraine. Does he still enjoy support? Do Russians support the military operation or invasion of Ukraine?
You called it rightly the first time. I think it's military operation, not military invasion, because the eastern part of Ukraine is occupied. Change sanctions, it didn't change the outcome.
All right, we do have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. Always a pleasure to have you on. Chairman, NIDO Russia, Godwin Ibe.
Thank you for having me.